welcome back or welcome to my channel. It's your butterfly, Nicole Kamala, and I'm back with another butterfly life episode. Mm, 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 mm. Yes, I know it's been so fucking long since I've sat here and made a butterfly life episode or even sat here and made a vlog and been on YouTube, but there has literally been so much that's been going on in my life, my career, and me getting to know myself a little bit better and taking care of myself, loving on myself. So literally last night at like 2 in the morning, well, I guess you could say earlier today at like 2 in the morning, I just had a spark of inspiration to sit here and write a butterfly life script. So here we are today. Today's episode is remembering who you are and the power of knowing your self-worth. Period. Okay. Growing up and then going through life and experiencing different outside influences, sometimes that can start to warp our perception of how worthy we are. What is our value? We've all experienced people telling us who they think that we are, what they think we should do, what they think that we should do with our lives. And I'm gonna tell you this right now, throw all that out the window because nobody knows you better than yourself. So without further ado, let's get deeper into the video. In order to start remembering who you are, you have to quiet the outside noise first. That's important. Because, as much as people want to tell us that, they just want what's best for us, they just want to, help guide us in the right direction or, prepare us for the real world. For real, it's up to you and what your heart is telling you to decide what's best for you. Nobody else should be the deciding factor of what your self-worth is and what you're valued at and who you are as a person. So for example, say that you grew up in a household where being sensitive or, showing emotions was signs of weakness, like you're showing a weakness, and you hear the toughen up, and if you're a guy, boys don't cry, boys don't get emotional. And then sometimes, you have the parents or whoever the guardian is of the house and of the child telling you that, oh, they're just trying to prepare you for the real world because the real world is tough out here. Even though this guardian was just trying to, look out for you and say what's best, well, now as an adult, it's hard for you to express your emotions, or even when you want to feel something deeply, there's like a block in the way because you're so used to hearing, oh, well, if you're sensitive or you're crying too much, or if you're even expressing how you feel, you're being too emotional and whatnot, and almost like forces you to be like more stoic and more detached from your emotions. And not only is that affecting your own mental health, but now it's affecting the other relationships, friendships around you. Well, I'm here to tell you that it's never too late to sit here and start asking yourself, what do I really want? Like, how do I really feel about this? And don't answer it in a way that, you're accustomed to and what your parents would have wanted you to answer it as. Answer it from your heart. Because going back on that idea and that topic of being a sensitive child or a sensitive person, there's nothing wrong with being sensitive and feeling your emotions. You're leading yourself to your own demise the more that you sit here and not actually express your emotions and process them in a healthy manner. And then you start realizing how that's affecting everything else in your life. So really, really, really sit here. Ask yourself, how do I really feel? Forget what everybody else thinks and what everybody else told me how I should feel throughout the years. Ask, answer from your own heart, from your own self. Being sensitive isn't bad. I think that being sensitive, you're just emotionally aware. A lot of people out here are not, and they keep their emotions bottled up inside and wonder why, like, different things or there's different blockages that come up, within their lives, because it's so hard for them to really express what it is that they want, because from, a younger age, that outside influence that was telling them, oh, well, being sensitive, that's a sign of weakness. You gotta get ready for the real world. They ain't gonna be soft with you. And no, the real world it's crazy out here, but it's not all hard. You're going to meet people that you can be soft with, and that's why it's good to know yourself and know, like, hey, you know what, I am a sensitive person, and that's okay. I like to feel my emotions. Sometimes I want to fucking cry. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm a human being. Now, for another example, when it comes to, let's say, love. Say that you were always a very friendly and bubbly person. It's so easy for you to like talk people, make friends, make people laugh, and, build connections. But then you start dating someone who feels insecure about how friendly and bubbly you are. And now when I say friendly, I don't mean like flirtatious. No, I'm dead ass talking about the people that are just friendly spirits and they're very bubbly. But see, being with somebody who feels as though you shouldn't be like that, or they start nitpicking at how you interact with people, how you act around people. And then next thing you know, you're not that same bubbly person anymore. That part of you it's almost died off because somebody was constantly in your ear saying, no, the way that you are and how your personality is, that's not cool for me, or that's not something that I can sit here and deal with, or whatever, so you need to change that. No, 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 no. What you need to change is whoever the fuck you dating, period. And then you also start to notice that it's hard for you to make friends now. And now you're barely bubbly anymore. It's hard for you to actually make connections now and friendships and whatnot, because you have this person over here telling you who the fuck you are, and how you should interact with other people. And no, that's not what's best for you. If you know that you were always a super bubbly and friendly person, that's who you are. And if anybody around you that wants to change that about you, they're not for you. Simple as that. This is why quieting the outside noise is so important. Because at first they'll have you believing that, oh, maybe it's for the best, but then as time goes on, you realize that you've been losing yourself along the way. But that's why knowing yourself and knowing your worth and knowing the value that not only do you bring to yourself, it shows off and it then just exudes to others. That's valuable to me, and I'm not going to let anybody else come into my life and tell me, oh no, I need to change that, or I have to do less of that, just because they're trying to look out for me or think that this is what's better for me. No, it's not. I'm going to stay true to myself and remember who the fuck I am and what my worth is, because I'm worth way much more than this and getting treated like this. Speak your truth and stand on it. Stand on it 10 motherfucking toes. When I was regaining my self worth 2 years ago, I would spend a lot of the time sitting in my room, looking in the mirror, speaking who I am, what my worth is, and, just making myself believe it before trying to make anybody else believe it, because that's really important. I spoke a lot of I am affirmations that, you can find on Pinterest. And I also sprinkled in there some personal I am affirmations that, relate to me. So that when I met with somebody who's trying to tell me who I am, what I deserve, what I should tolerate, how I should live my life, I sit here and, hold on there, buddy. Pump the brakes. You're not about to sit here and tell me about myself. You're not about to sit here and tell me what I deserve or what I should take. This is my worth. This is who I am. I am this. I am that. I like to do this. I like to do that. And I want to do this in my life. I want to do that. And that's just it. I don't care what you're saying right now, but that's not me. I don't want to follow what it is that you want me to do. Are you living my life? Am I living your life? Or are we just living our separate lives? Right. Like, even with my butterfly life, like, I don't expect people to take every single word that I say by Bible and follow that like a fucking cult. No, I just want people to watch the video, see what works best for them, and tweak it to how their life is and what, like I said, what literally works best for them. That's what butterfly life is all about, because we're all so different. We're all many different butterflies with different qualities, different traits. So at the end of the day, no matter what I'm saying, you gotta find what's gonna work best for you. I'm just here to encourage you and motivate you to get that and to get there for yourself, and really start standing up for yourself and speaking your truth and standing no. Like I said, standing 10 toes. I literally stopped standing 10 toes and be like, no, this is who I am. This is what I deserve. And this is my motherfucking worth. My worth is through the ceiling. My value, it's in the stars. Like, it's that high up. My worth is what the fuck I want it to be, and that's period. But you can't let them shake you and tell you what your worth is, because they don't live your life. They're not you, and you're not them. What they think may be best for them and how to live their life, that may not work for you, and that's okay. We're all going through this life learning and trying to figure out what's best for us. Like I said, like I was gone from doing YouTube because I'm still getting to know myself and taking care of myself more. And oh my gosh, I can say that I'm in a much better place. I feel like I'm in a higher, value of myself. I feel so much more worthy. And I've been starting this journey for 2 years now. Like, it's a process. And everybody's process is going to be different. The people that are the loudest and most aggressive, trying to tell you who you are, what you should do with your life, are most likely people that sit here and don't even think for themselves, and also has somebody else tell them what their worth and what their value is. And then that's how that cycle just keeps continuing, and we keep doing it to each other. And even though it's a very vicious cycle, you have the power to sit here and break it. Another thing to keep in mind when it comes to self-worth: do not measure your self-worth in what you do for other people. It's just not healthy, because then what if those people leave your life or y'all fall out or whatever? Then it's like you start feeling like, well, what's my worth? What's my value now? Like, if I can't do such and such for these people, then like who am I? Like, what is my worth? What is my value? Baby, your value is still 100 million. That didn't change just because different things in your life happened and you maybe fell out with different people or somebody left your life or whatever. That's why I say you have to sit with yourself and ask, what do you really want? It's all about you, for real. Because when you're rooted in yourself and you know yourself, that's more powerful than anything. It don't matter who comes in and walks up out of your life. It doesn't matter who comes in and walks out of my life. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, what is my value? Like, am I really even worth it? People don't treat me like I'm worth it. Because, oh my God, example, I definitely been there. Because, listen, I am a lover boy, okay? And even when I was like getting into different situationships and getting left because, it was just casual, but I wanted something serious. I was sitting here like, why does it not seem like I'm worth it to anybody and whatnot? I had to tell myself, baby, it's not because I'm not worth it. It's because they didn't see my worth. And you know what? That's A-okay. I'ma still see my worth, and I'ma still get up, and I'ma bounce back from it, because life is going to keep going. Just because something ended with somebody that I thought it would have turned into something more, that didn't mean that, oh, now I'm worthless and I have no value in myself because I don't have somebody over here showing me or telling me like, oh, you're this and you're that, and giving words of affirmation and affection and making it seem like, oh, well, how you are as a partner is really adding value to this person's life. I had to detach myself from that type of ideal, because then it's like when shit ended, I would literally be spiraling, just tearing my own self down. And no, No. I had to tell myself, bro, they didn't see your self-worth because they wasn't meant to. At the end of the day, they weren't meant to. And there's going to be people that come into your life that's meant to see your self-worth. And they'll see it bright and clear. Okay? Them other people that didn't see it and just wanted something simple, some casual and whatever, just real quick shit, they wasn't meant anyways. It wasn't meant. It wasn't meant. Even if it's long term. Because, child, I was in a long term relationship before, and my self worth was really taking a beating. Like, was told that I'm not really worth it, I'm not that pretty, making me feel as though I have no value, calling me dumb and all that, making me really trying to make me believe that I wasn't worth anything, and that, you know, whatever this person is telling me is Bible and I need to follow by this because this is the right way to live. Like, no, it's not. I'm literally deteriorating and losing myself all in the process. And I feel like nothing. Fast forward and getting out of that, and like I said, having to regain myself and spending a lot of time with myself, that was necessary because I needed that. I needed to remember and realize, bro, my self-worth is not defined by this person. It's not. My self-worth is defined by what I do for myself. That's what my self-worth is. You know, how loving and nurturing that I am. That's valuable to me. I love that because not only do I give that to other people, but I also make sure I give that to myself tenfold. People will come and go all the damn time, but you're going to be with yourself forever. So your self-worth needs to be firm, like strong foundation, so that even though people are coming in and out of your life, you're not losing your sense of self and what it is that you deserve out of these different relationships, friendships, business careers, jobs. Because even jobs, like, jobs be treating us like shit. And then, at one point you gotta be like, bruh, I'm better than this. I deserve more than this. I'm worth more than making fucking $7.25 an hour. I'm worth more than that, bro. I'm out. It's just really dig within yourself. Don't worry about how other people may see it or see you and what you do for other people. Don't worry about none of that. How do you see yourself? How are you of value to yourself? How are you worthy to yourself? That's what's important. I hope that y'all enjoyed today's video. And just remember, only you can define and measure your self-worth and tell you who you are. Because at the end of the day, and I always say this shit, I will always say it, bro, ain't nobody jumping in the grave with me besides me. Everybody else is gonna keep moving and living their life and all that stuff. I'm in the dirt 6 feet under. Nobody's joining my casket. Nobody's gonna sit there and open it up and be like, yeah, let me take a dirt nap with you. Like, no. So that's why it's important to live for yourself. Know what your self-worth is. Know who the fuck you are. And don't let nobody sit here and shake that or tell you who you are. What? But yes, I will see y'all next time. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Turn on them post notifications so you know the next time that your butterfly drops. And yes, I hope that y'all have a beautiful and blessed day. And I love y'all.